Stop boiling sweet potatoes. You're unknowingly ruining this seemingly simple dish. Many people still make the common mistake of boiling sweet potatoes directly in water. This causes the potatoes to lose flavor, nutrients, and become less appealing. Today, I'll share with you 3 tips for properly cooking sweet potatoes. The secret to making them sweet, tender, and fragrant, like those in restaurants. Let's get started. First, when choosing sweet potatoes, prioritize those of similar size to ensure they cook evenly during steaming. Larger ones usually take longer and tend to be tough or undercooked. Also, choose sweet potatoes that still have a bit of dirt on them rather than being too shiny and clean, because those are usually freshly dug, fresher, and tastier. Especially, select potatoes that are round and have an even color. These are sweet, soft, and retain more nutrients. Now prepare a basin of clean water, add 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and stir to dissolve. Then soak all the sweet potatoes you plan to use for about 2 minutes to soften the dirt. Next, rub each potato clean by hand. Do not peel the potatoes before steaming or roasting, because the skin helps keep the sugars and nutrients inside. When washing, carefully check for any mold or rot. If there is any, discard the entire potato, because spoiled sweet potatoes can produce aflatoxin, a very toxic substance. After washing clean, cut off both ends of the sweet potatoes because these parts are usually fibrous and less tasty. When cutting, you will see sap oozing out. The more sap, the fresher the potato. Prepare another basin of water, add 1 tablespoon of salt, and stir well. Soak all the sweet potatoes in this water for about 15 minutes. Make sure both ends of the potatoes are fully submerged. The salt soak helps calm the oxidizing enzymes, reduces unpleasant reactions like bloating or acid reflux when eating, and also helps the potatoes cook faster and become sweeter. After soaking, rinse again and drain well. Then they are ready to be cooked. The first tip: use a knife to make a circular cut around the skin of the sweet potato, like this. Making this cut will help steam inside escape easily during baking, which helps the potato cook evenly, stay soft and chewy, and prevents cracking or bursting from built-up pressure. Repeat this step with all the sweet potatoes you plan to use. Next, you can brush a thin layer of olive oil or butter over the entire surface of the potato skin. Here, I will use butter and spread it evenly over the sweet potatoes like this. The butter not only helps the potatoes develop a rich, fragrant aroma after baking, but also creates a shiny golden brown crust that looks very appealing and beautiful when served. After preparing, line the bottom of the air fryer with parchment paper to prevent the sweet potatoes from sticking or burning during baking. Then, gently arrange the butter-coated sweet potatoes in the air fryer, making sure they do not overlap so that the heat can circulate evenly, helping the potatoes cook evenly and taste better. Bake the sweet potatoes at about 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for around 30 to 35 minutes, depending on the size and thickness of each potato. To check if the potatoes are done, simply insert a toothpick lightly into the center. If the toothpick goes through easily and you feel the soft, smooth texture inside, The potatoes are perfectly cooked. At this point, gently take the sweet potatoes out of the air fryer. The potatoes will be evenly golden and emit a characteristic sweet aroma. Whole roasted sweet potatoes are a simple yet very appealing dish with a slightly crispy skin and a soft, smooth, chewy inside that retains their natural sweetness. Enjoy them while still hot for the best flavor. Let's look at the second method. First, pour water into the pot, cover it with a lid, and bring it to a boil over high heat. When the water is boiling, place the steaming rack into the pot, and then arrange the sweet potatoes on top. A small note: only put the sweet potatoes in once the water has started boiling. This helps the potatoes cook evenly, retaining the best sweetness and nutrients. After arranging the sweet potatoes, cover the lid tightly and steam over high heat for about 15 minutes to cook the potatoes halfway. At this stage, the potatoes begin to soften and retain maximum moisture, natural sugars, and nutrients. The aroma also starts to gently spread. Next, reduce the heat to medium and continue steaming for another 15 minutes. Steaming slowly on medium heat helps the starch in the potatoes gradually convert into sugar, making the potatoes sweeter without adding any seasoning. When you open the lid, you will see the potatoes have slightly cracked skin, releasing a sweet and very appealing aroma. The inside is soft, smooth, and sweet. Exactly what a perfect batch of steamed sweet potatoes should be. Let the sweet potatoes cool a bit, then place them on a plate and enjoy. Try this steaming method once, and you'll be surprised by the natural deliciousness and nutritional value it brings. The final method. First, prepare food-grade aluminum foil. Then, wrap each sweet potato tightly with the foil. This not only helps maintain stable heat during baking, but also keeps all the moisture and natural sugars inside the potato, making the baked sweet potatoes soft, evenly cooked, and much sweeter in flavor. Another benefit is that the foil prevents the potatoes' water and sugars from dripping onto the tray, keeping the oven and tools clean and saving cleanup time after baking. Next, bake the sweet potatoes at a temperature between 160 to 200 degrees Celsius, 320 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on the size of each sweet potato. After this time, use a toothpick to test by piercing the center of the potato. If it feels soft and the toothpick passes through easily, it's done. Now, carefully take the sweet potatoes out of the oven and place them on a plate. Note that they will be very hot, so you should use heat-resistant gloves or thick cloth to avoid burns. Just looking at them is enough to make you unable to resist. Golden baked sweet potatoes, releasing a sweet, mild aroma with slightly charred, plump, and shiny skin. Truly very tempting, right? The video ends here. I have shared with you 3 simple but effective tips for cooking sweet potatoes. I really look forward to hearing your feedback about your experience applying these little tips. How about you? What do you usually do with sweet potatoes? Don't hesitate to comment below to let me know. I'm eager to learn more interesting tips from you. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss other useful tips. See you in the next videos.